one, but because it lit our phones on fire, and we know a lot of you maybe are just tuning in now, we're going to give it another look. 800 orders have already been placed. Now, anytime on my card it says more just arrived, that means something. It means it's sold out in the past. But I'm glad to tell you that for now we've got all 3 sizes back in stock. But for the first day ever, we've got 4 easy payments available. But we lose that at the end of the day. Has actually been the story on a lot of our pieces. Real small window of opportunity if you're an easy pay shopper. But I think that's good because if you're picking up multiple pieces, maybe it makes it more affordable. Beautiful thing is, anytime we have some of these classics, like any of the line bracelets, the stud earrings, the hoops, and I go, got easy pay. Well, this is great because it means after that last easy payment is taken care of, you still have a piece for the rest of your life. And you're gonna love this one. $17.38 is gonna bring it home. It is a round bar station bracelet, but it's from our Epiphany line. And that's different from some of the other items we present in Diamonique because this is covered in platinum. At its heart is sterling silver. And that's enough for most of us to just call it a day. Not here. We're gonna cover it in platinum for you and make it even more special. Well, what I love about this is that, and what I said earlier when I presented it, is kind of our opportunity to brag a little bit, if you don't mind, about how radiant, beautiful, and perfect the Diamonique stone is. And while in some pieces we add a lot of scroll work and metal and pave set around it, and those are beautiful too, when this stone is this fabulous, sometimes all you gotta do is isolate those stones, separate it with some precious metal, put it on the wrist, and call it done. So let me show you how it all comes together. First of all, we've got 6 3/4, 7 1/4 inch, and 8 inch available. And your carat weights range from 5.25 to 6.3 carats. So nice, generous carat weight there. But I'm telling the same story here that I told already with our other tennis bracelet, in that you can expect the same qualities and properties as you would from your true diamond platinum tennis bracelets, right down to the secure clasp that's going to bring it all together. So there you have your hidden box closure. And while that's one form of security, I love that we add the figure 8 safety closure. Snap that down, and now you have double security. Now we get to the fun part. These individual stones, first of all, those are generous sizes individually. And then look at all of this metal that separates and also braces and supports. In fact, I'm gonna unhinge this again so I can get underneath, because this is important. You wanna make sure there's a good backbone to the bracelet so that you don't look down, find that it's snapped, or find that any of these stones have fallen out. That's a lot of metal, and that's all covered in platinum. So it's a bolder look, but look, doesn't it look like the stones are hovering in between each of these bars? And that's a good thing. If these stones were not beautiful, well, I think that's probably the last thing you'd want to do, because instead it draws your eye into imperfections. Instead, we're drawing your eye right into how beautiful these individual stones are. And when you separate them like that, they just float. And isn't that kind of the theme that we've been talking about in this show, this breath of fresh air jewelry, the open work design, the ones that seem more appropriate maybe this time of year, where we're not wanting to weight ourselves down in metal and stones and different materials. And when I look at it on Katya, I go, thank you for wearing it on its own. Look how beautiful that is. In fact, it reminds me of some of the necklaces I've been seeing where the stones are interspersed along the neckline, and I always think that's very, very sexy because it just draws the eye into the collarbone. I feel like this does the same thing to the wrist because I don't know, it cinches it like a waistline. Something very, very alluring about that, and different and unique from your other line bracelets. So here we have a different incarnation of a classic, done beautifully, but as classic, and by that I mean timeless, as any other line bracelet. We've got 1,300 orders on this. And while I know that we have lost sizes in the past, I'm glad that we've got it back in for our show. And the thing is, even if we forget about Easy Pay for a little while, which I know is hard to do because it's great, well, if you forget about the Easy Pay and you look at this piece, if we were playing that game where you don't look at the price, or maybe I didn't tell you the price at first, and you didn't even know if it were Diamonique or not, like, what do you think the price would be? Honestly, even if I knew it were Diamonique, I would think it would be over $100 because you've got a lot of silver and platinum there. But instead, it's less than $70, and you've got that Easy Pay of less than $18. So here's where sometimes Easy Pay makes sense. I don't use it all the time myself, but if I go, you know what, down the road, I'm still gonna love this, and not look at my, debit card statement and go, oh, there's another Easy Pay. Instead, I go, oh, it's okay, because I'm still loving and enjoying this, and it's just, I don't know, just very, very airy. I just keep coming back to that word again. And you can, ooh, well, here's a look for you. So here's the other tennis bracelet that we had earlier. And isn't it funny? It's the same story like we talk about with hoop earrings. You could do 6, 7, 15 different incarnations of the hoop earring. And no two are exactly alike. Or here's a lime bracelet next to another lime bracelet. Maybe this is your daytime look and that is your nighttime look. I mean, I'm the kind of gal, I'll wear this to the gym. I don't even care. But maybe you like to keep it practical and kind of have a wardrobe of pieces. And you're not that gal that listens to the trends. You know, you're flipping through the magazine and it's like, this season, we're all about, well, I don't know about you, but for my money, it needs to last longer than a season. And it needs to be as beautiful as it is now and beautiful years down the road. These are heirloom pieces. In fact, our caller Mamie earlier said that her daughter is already asking for certain pieces in her mom's will. And I don't know that I would advocate that, but that does tell you something. And it tells you that these pieces are truly special, so much so that you think about them as heirloom pieces, and we usually only do that for our high dollar pieces. So let's give you an update on sizing. We started with 2,500 of these. We have fewer than 800 remaining, so fewer than a third. 200 now remaining in the 6 3/4 and the 8. Wow. Okay, so don't wait on those two because then we bid farewell. Katya, I really do like that with that double bar ring that we had. Yeah, they look like they were designed for each other, and that's really cool. And just kind of by accident, and I absolutely love that. Okay, so if you want to pick it up on Easy Pay, that vanishes at the end of the day. But honestly, even if that's not even your deciding factor, quantity should be, because it's sold out in the past. And it's well on its way to doing so again. It's J284718. And if you are a lover of the finer things, well, remember, you've got not just sterling silver, but platinum as well, and good juicy carat weights. 6 3/4, 5.25 carats, 7 1/4, 5.6 carats, and the 8-inch, 6.3 carats of the world's finest simulated diamonds. And just like Mamie said, they'll ask, but you don't have to tell them if it's real or not. It's up to you. I'm not going to tell.